guys, in this video I'm going to show you my Broadway prized possessions. Most of my playbills I keep in my playbill binder, but we're not just showing amazing playbills today. I also have some memorabilia that I got from special performances, some special events I've attended, some signatures that I'm obsessed with. Let me just say, these are things that I hold so near and dear to my heart. They are so special to me, and today I want to share them with all of you. So let's get started. We're going somewhat chronologically here, and my very first playbill is from the very first show that I ever saw, and it is Wicked. This was at the Hobby Center for Performing Arts in Houston, Texas, and my mom and dad got me this for, I want to say, my 14th birthday. That sounds right. Anyways, my first show that I ever saw, of course it was Wicked. I love Wicked so much. This show, I would be lying if I said I really remember it. I hardly remember anything, but what I do remember is sobbing through the entire duration of it. It touched me, it was so beautiful, and I still have my playbill from my very first show. Next, I have my To Kill a Mockingbird playbill, which some of you may be like, what? That's so random, Lindsay. You've literally never talked about To Kill a Mockingbird. Well, this was my first Broadway show in New York City that I ever saw. And I was so in my element, absolutely loved it. I loved the play. It's crazy that the first show I saw was a play, but to be honest, whenever we used to plan our visits to New York City, we wouldn't have our most anticipated show on the first night, because what if the flight got delayed? You know the drill. But we had Jeff Daniels, who was in the lead. We had Celia Keenan Bolger. This play was amazing. It was a great introduction to Broadway. We were way far back in the mezzanine, but on this trip we saw To Kill a Mockingbird, Phantom, Moulin Rouge, and that might have been it. I think we saw 3 shows, and for all of us, Moulin Rouge, of course, was our favorite, and which we'll get to. But we sat in the mezzanine for all of those shows. One, they were so inexpensive at that time because it was 2021, coming right off of COVID, so not a lot of people were back in the theaters. But we were like, hey, let's go to New York for the very first time ever and see our first Broadway show. This one, Paradise Square playbill. I don't even have it signed, but it was their opening preview. I wish there was a sticker or something on there. I feel like there should be, since it was the opening preview, but it was unbelievably special. We were so obsessed with the show. This was the second time I came to New York, and Paradise Square tickets, I think we paid $35, and we were like, oh, we're just gonna go because it's opening preview. That could be interesting, and it's the least expensive show that we could get tickets for. So we were like, sure, we'll try it. We fell in love. Wakina Kulakongo, my queen, AJ Schreiber, so many amazing performances in this that I will never forget. Rock and Roll Man is another very special playbill. See, all of these have a story to them, and this show at New World Stages was the first show that I was ever invited to attend with From the Mezzanine. So that was a huge accomplishment and a major goal of mine, and I just couldn't believe, like, walking up to the theater and saying, do you have tickets for Lindsay Stone? And they were like, yeah. And it blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's all I've ever wanted for this podcast, which, like, this is, you know, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. But in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's just an indication that at the end of the day, I am just a fan. And the fact that I can attend shows with From the Mezzanine, that is the coolest thing in the entire world, and it will never stop being cool. So, very special playbill for me. Okay, these next few playbills are only cool, kind of, because they have signatures. So, these are some of my favorite playbills that I own, very prized possessions. This one, believe it or not, was the first time I ever got an Aaron Tveit signature, Sweeney Todd. He never signed at the stage door for Moulin Rouge, and aside, I want to say, no, never signed. I never, ever got a signature. At the most, he would just walk past and I would get a video. I do have some prized videos. That can be another video here, but this was so awesome. I actually have 2 of these, and when Aaron Tveit was standing right in front of me, are we gonna talk about the Aaron Tveit in the room on my shirt? I love this man, so this was huge. Next we have another cool playbill. This is when JoJo was in it and she signed. Here we have a Ben Platt at the Palace playbill with his signature right here. This was my first time ever seeing Jeremy Jordan in The Great Gatsby at Paper Mill Playhouse. Wow, 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 wow. And he signed it right there. So cool. And this is also a very special one to me. Leslie Odom Jr. in Pearly Victorious. We waited for an hour at that stage door, and his signature, I think it's this one here, because it looks like an L-O-J. Leslie Odom Jr., I love him. So those are my prized signature playbills. Another prized playbill that I have is something that I found at the Broadway Flea, and it is the 2024 Tony Awards playbill. And this was the year Avenue Q won, but y'all know who was nominated? Wicked. Wicked. It's the year Wicked lost to Avenue Q. Absolutely crazy. But a little wild, insane Easter egg in this playbill is that it is signed by Hunter Foster, brother of Sutton Foster, who this year was nominated for Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Musical. See that? How cool. And there's notes throughout the playbill that I just picture somebody back in 2024 is watching the Tonys and they're like writing down notes. It's really, really awesome. So this is a major prized possession for me, and it's the only thing that I bought for myself at the Broadway Flea last year. And inside, I actually have the Tony invitation. Oh, sorry, that's like blank. Oh my God. I never knew this was in here. Party. It's the Spelling Bee invitation. Post-award show, 11 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. The Spelling Bee invitation. By the way, this actually doesn't go to the 2024 playbill. It goes to the 2025, but it's in there. That is so cool. And it was at Radio City Music Hall. There's the security card. That is so cool. I had no idea it had that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these are the theater tickets. Watch this. That is a ticket to the Tony Awards. I'll be row in seat 106, black tie only, please. Wow, and it's such a nice ticket. Silver. Tony Awards, Sunday evening, June 5th, 2005. Latecomers cannot be admitted. Oh, can you imagine? How cool is that? So that was, without a doubt, the best find of the Broadway Flea. And the envelope is so cool. Look, this is how you open it up. And it says right here, kindly note, it is essential that you be in your seat no later than 7 p.m. for the start of the evening ceremonies. So that goes back into my playbill. So cool. These are always at the Broadway Flea. Look for them because you never know what you'll find. The fact that it has a signature inside, see, it has all kinds of messages. So cool. So those are my playbills. Let's get into memorabilia that I love, that I have. It is the Wicked 20th hats that came in my bag. How do I look, guys? It is a Wicked pen. So stunning. And the 3 Wicked 20th playbills that I got for attending the Wicked 20th. Adina, Kristen, current cast. Well, current back then. So all of these things I love and I treasure. Next is a little silly, but the girls that get it, get it. It is my Gutenberg hats that I am so happy that I bought. We have a From the Mezzanine one that my Broadway bestie Bryn gave me. Is that From the Mezzanine? Yeah. We have Helvetica and Gutenberg. These are prized possessions for sure. Okay, we're getting to the very end. One more after this, but basically everything that I got from the Tony Awards is a prized possession. I attended the Tony Awards in 2024 as a member of the press in the media room. And this is the bag that they give you. And it came with caramels that have been eaten. This fan, okay. This fan, theater fan. So cool. This is what was on the table. And I put one of the caramel stickers on it. Okay, this was on the table. Super banged up now, but from the Mezzanine Broadway podcast, how to spot at the Tonys, so crazy. Okay, this is a little notebook. Oh, and it has all my notes from that night. So whenever somebody would win the award, it would take them anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour to come into the press room. And so I had time to write down my questions for them. So this is all of my questions. I'll read all some. And we'll try to figure out who these are for. You're so well known for your work on screen. What about this role and show inspired you to come back to Broadway after a decade? Oh, that was for Jeremy Strong, I want to say. Okay, this is for a sound designer that won. And Bryn wrote at the bottom, she has a great ass. That is so funny. Bryn writes, she has a great ass. I write, tonight you're being honored by the community you love. Da 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 da. That is hysterical. Here's one that Bryn wrote. Your role in Stereophonic uses a multitude of your skills, such as bass playing, like you mentioned in your speech. What did finding that role mean to you, and what have you learned from Reg? So that was for Will Brill. Let's see. Here's one for The Outsiders. You mentioned in your speech the importance of trusting your gut. What was the moment or a choice you made while directing The Outsiders when you took a chance and trusted your gut? That was for Danya Tamor. She never came in the room. I was so sad. You expressed how much this nomination has been a pinnacle of your career. How does it feel to be holding the Tony Award in your hand? I need to come up with a question for Sarah Paulson. Anyway, so yeah, that's fun. And what else do we have in here? I have my Broadway for Harris sticker, rip, and a lot of trash from that night, it looks like. Yeah, yep. Oh, and here is one of my most prized possessions. It is my Tony Award playbill for 2024. Huge. I'll take it off, but this is holding it up. Sorry, I know it's not very pretty. Ta-da! How pretty! And it has all the nominees in it. It's just awesome. It's seriously the coolest thing ever to have one of these in your possession. So if you're looking for this at the Broadway Flea next year, if you want to get the 2024 when The Outsiders won Best Musical, this is what the cover looks like. Screenshot. Okay, slay. So that is all of my Tony's stuff. Let's put it all back in our cute little bag that they gave us. And we are on to my final two prized possessions that mean the world to me, and I have them together because they kind of go together. These were my finds at the Broadway Flea in 2023. It is a playbill with some of the OBC of Rent, and it has the Angel's signature right there, who is played by Wilson Cruz, and they said that this was in their debut. What is falling out? Oh my gosh, there's so many surprises. What is this? Warning, purchased at box office with void if something something. Oh, I had no idea that their ticket was in the playbill. I genuinely had no idea. Does anything else want to fall out of the playbill? That's crazy. Yeah, this is cool. It still had Anthony Rapp and Adam Pascal. No more Idina Menzel. It looks like it still had Taye Diggs. Oh no, Norbert Leo Butts was Roger at this time, but Anthony Rapp was still in it. Sherry Scott was still Maureen. So it has quite a bit of the original cast, but really I just wanted this original playbill cover. So awesome. Let me see if I can see what year it's from. There should be a year. Looks like 1997, and that would check out, would it not? Oh. What? Okay, y'all know how in the playbills they always have this section where it's like check off what you've seen? There was a show on right now called Defying Gravity, but it was a fantasy about the Challenger disaster. That's crazy. You can learn so much from an old playbill. Oh my God, that's crazy. And my last prized possession is my Lin-Manuel Miranda signed bookmark from the Drama Bookshop. This also came with a photo of him signing it. I will insert the photo, but I am deceased that I have a Lin-Manuel Miranda signature right here. I love him. So that is all of my prized Broadway possessions. Can't wait to find more. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You can find new episodes of From the Mezzanine every single Tuesday. It is the Broadway podcast for the Broadway fans. You can find me at www.fromthemezzanine.com. I have all of my episodes, my interviews, my videos, everything is right over there. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at From the Mezzanine Broadway. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye! Comment your Broadway prize possessions down below.